everybody to Saves Together, a podcast about playing games together. Whether that means co-op or passing the controller back and forth or just playing the same game at the same time, it doesn't matter how, it only matters that it's together because...
When you save together, you stay together.
I'm Craig McGowan, that is my co-host...
Grace Novak.
And this is episode 18.
Indeed.
The game we're talking about today is The Swords of Ditto.
Is there a the?
Yep.
Wow.
I just looked it up. That's the only reason I know that. And I thought it was just Sword of Ditto.
I knew it was swords with an S, but I didn't know there was a the.
I thought it was Sword of Ditto.
Well, you learn something new every day.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody. We learned all about the swords.
The sword, because there's multiple players, because it was built to be a co-op game. But, you'll tell us about that. Or first, we should talk about what we're playing, right? What we're doing.
We can do whatever you want. There's no rules.
That's true. We make the rules here.
There are strict rules, though.
Nah, man, I make the rules.
What have you been playing?
Still Divinity. And still Dragon Quest XI. 11.
Amazing.
It's been great.
2 very long games.
Yeah, it's going to take
Anything
me a while.
else at all? And Pokemon Go?
No, yeah, Pokemon Go, but that's it. I mean, after Dragon Quest 11, I keep forgetting the number. It's going to be Mario Party.
Super Mario Party.
Super Mario Party, and what else is coming out? Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I pre-ordered, surprisingly.
That's like right now. That's like out tomorrow, I think.
Friday. I think it's the reviewers have it.
Why are games coming out on Fridays now?
I just thought that was normal.
No. Like maybe once in a while, maybe. But Tuesday was the day. And I understand why, because it's about like retail shipment lines and stuff.
I think it makes more sense for Friday for it to come out.
Does it?
Because it's the weekend. Not for you, though.
It helped me, right. But regardless, but it helped me through the week. It was like, I have to go to freaking class or work, but I get to come home and play. And now it's like, I have to get through a whole entire damn week.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the industry well enough to say for sure.
I wonder if there's research done on like the optimal. Like,
I'm sure.
And
yes.
That's probably why it's Friday now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you playing?
Oh, I beat Spider-Man.
How was that?
It was good. That game is a good game. It's not the best game. Like I feel like a lot of people were reacting to it as, and even in the beginning, like didn't I talk about it last week?
A little bit.
Or last episode, I mean.
A little bit.
And like I said, like there's some like weird polish stuff. I remember, because I mentioned his lips, and then when I thought about how I said that later, I was like, I wonder if people understand what I'm saying. But still, it's just like there's a lot of polished stuff, and none of it makes it a bad game. None of it's like, yo, this is awful. But it's just like, I don't know. How come when I land, like when you get to like where the next mission is, 50 feet away, it fades to black. Like that feels like such an old school way of open world games.
That's true.
And then like there's a lot of like, this bugs me. And again, none of this is to say it's bad, but like you never see him like with the suit, like, because fabric is hard to render, so I get it, but you never see like him pulling the suit off, right? It's either like he goes to his bag and it's like, oh, he's gonna get his suit out of the bag, and then he's in his suit. And, like it's never, it fades to black and then he's in his suit. It's never like, I just want to see him like pulling the mask. Maybe there's one mask section, but I doubt it. But I just want to see, like,
right.
Like, you clearly took the suit off.
You want to see the, magical girl transformation sequence.
Yeah.
It's the most important part.
Yeah. The Spider-Boy transformation sequence.
Yeah.
But, like, from the fade to black, 50 feet from the door, to now you're in your lab coat, walking into the room. Like, why can't...
It's actually interesting to think about. I feel like male superheroes have never had that transformation sequence where in like Japanese anime with magical girls, that's like a very key thing.
I get what you're
saying. But when it
saying.
Comes to Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, it's just all of a sudden they're in their costumes.
First of all, Superman goes into a phone booth. That is his transformation.
Right, but I'm saying you don't see like glitter and sparkles and all of a sudden they have a glove and then they have the hat.
But, okay, yeah, I know what you're saying, but think about, that's anime you're talking about, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm talking about Western versus Japanese, not male versus
Sentai,
female in that case.
Power Rangers, all of that. Ultraman, they all...
Agree. Okay, so it's a Japanese versus Western thing. I wish we had more of that in Western. I feel like Marvel movies would be much more entertaining if there was transformation sequences.
Iron Man has tons. He's got the glasses. He's got the suitcase.
No, Iron Man's
that he presses now.
He's closest to it, but I still want like the whole background fades out and it's just like sparkling red, and then they're in space.
I don't think you can do that because the age-old argument of why doesn't the bad guy just punch them right now?
That argument's stupid.
No, it is. I love because I like Power Rangers very much.
It's a metaphor, man. It's like, it's abstract. You're not supposed to, it's not taking place in real time.
Right, but Marvel, we'll just concentrate on just Marvel.
Right.
Marvel does.
It's all that gritty, realistic life
But
stuff.
that's a nice balance between realistic and not.
Marvel?
Yeah.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy is.
They're like gritty
I
and
would
real.
always say Avengers was too real for me. That felt too real. Like the one in New York, the first one. The one in New York. I didn't like it. Because it was too real.
Really?
We get into Marvel too much on this show.
How often do we get into Marvel on this
I don't
show?
know, but we get into Marvel too much between us, so already I'm sick of it.
Okay. Well,
Avengers 1 is fine. I was just saying, I like a more whimsical superhero movie.
Yeah.
I just
don't.
All.
The first one has a lot of them do, of like way too many bad guys and one button to kill them all.
I thought the bad guys were the aliens.
Yeah, and there's a million of them, and then all they have to do is handle one thing, and it goes away.
Yeah, but Iron Man got PTSD, so
right. I mean, that's cool. At least
made.
there's story, like at least that carries through. I really like that.
Yeah, that was interesting.
But I just hate when it's like all we have to do is get this thing here, or press this thing, or destroy this thing.
I feel like that's a classic.
And it's annoying and stupid.
Plot device, yeah.
Yeah, so don't write that anymore.
Okay.
Right? I can't even think of a time I'd be like, you know what, that was cool. Like, I'll accept it. Like, all right, that was the fight, but it's certainly boring.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
anyways. Spider-Man.
And next
You're
is
finished.
Forza Horizon 4.
That comes out on Friday too, right?
That comes out my birthday, October 2nd, in 2 days. It's already out
Yay.
now if you had the Ultimate Edition.
Oh, really?
But I don't need to spend $100. I'm not like a super car guy. I like Initial D, and I like
a good car every so often.
I like American muscle, but I don't know cars, so I'm not like a car guy. So I was like, I don't need to spend $100 for extra cars and extra time playing the car game when it's when I work. Like it came out Friday. I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, so I may as well just wait. But I'm excited because as I was like, I didn't really know much about the game other than, it's time. I played the first Forza on Xbox original and have not played a Forza since. And then me and my friend were talking and we're like, let's just get it. We'll just play online once in a while. It'll be fun. And then I was looking it up. Like there's a co-op adventure or like a co-op, I forgot what they called it, like co-adventure race mode. Like, I don't know. I'm very excited for this.
When's that car game with the smoke coming out?
What?
Remember the car game that you showed me with the smoke? Like the colored, like Splatoon car game a little bit?
You mean the paint?
Yeah.
Trailblazers?
Oh, yeah.
That's possibly out.
I thought you got it.
No.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
I would like to play that, but I watched some stuff. It didn't seem great, but we could do it someday.
I was just curious about it. But yeah, Forza sounds...
Do you play racing games?
Not really. Mario Kart's my racing game of choice. I used to play Fast and I was about to say Fast and Furious, Need for Speed, but other than that,
whoa, oh yeah,
the one where you're like doing crazy shit.
That's why I like the Forza Horizon series, and I say that having never played one, but they're open world festival, have fun, kind of do some crazy stuff like race a helicopter or like I don't know if they'll have this, but Burnout had these like and Need for Speed Most Wanted or something. Some Need for Speeds had like online lobbies. It was like first person to the top of the parking garage wins, and like I like stuff like that.
Yeah, more fun and like whimsical.
Yeah, exactly.
Less simulation like.
But I like what I like about Forza Horizon is it balances between fun and sim. Like Forza, normal Forza is like track racing, real racing, and I don't want to do that.
Right.
But I do like kind of realistic controls.
Yeah.
Like I like the idea that the cars are gonna feel like, well, maybe I'll hate it. We'll see. But
I just want everything to play like Mario Kart.
No, see that doesn't sound fun to me because I like getting
Mario Kart.
good with your car. I know you can do that in Mario Kart. So that doesn't really make any sense. But you know,
I can get good at Mario Kart.
No, I know. I just like, I don't know. We'll see.
I know what you mean.
We'll see. Let's get into it. Swords. These swords
of Ditto.
Developed by One Bit Beyond, because there's no spaces, and published by Devolver Digital, you fucking shit-stained fuck asses.
Wow, you're right out the gate with hating on that. They publish good games.
I know. But,
don't let Craig get you down, Devolver Digital.
But just
if you're
come
listening to
on,
this.
2 years in a row.
I know, but it's over now. Okay, move on.
The Swords of Ditto was released on the 24th of April, 2018. It came out on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Windows, Linux, and Mac. This is a relatively accessible game. I'm honestly surprised not on Switch.
Probably just not enough development money time. Switch always feels like the last option, but now it's becoming, I think, one of the first options.
Yeah, this was probably in the works for a while.
Yeah.
The genre. How do you describe?
Call it a roguelike dungeon crawler.
And then I think you would say roguelike, and then someone would like throw like a book at you and be like, "It's roguelite, man." Right?
I don't like debating the roguelike shit. You die and you don't come back once you die. Okay, yeah. That's what happens.
And I believe,
and it's randomly generated.
Randomly generated, and I feel like what makes something a roguelite is like you retain some stuff, right? That's my impression.
Okay.
I
don't know. Sure.
I think that's what that is. So you retain.
I just thought all roguelikes you retain things.
No.
Okay.
Because rogue.
So then roguelite then.
Yeah, but who cares? But also,
we don't care. We'll just tell you what it is, and that's what it is.
And it's what 2D animation, but it's isometric-ish. Mm-hmm. If you can be that.
Yeah.
Top down, but not top down. Side down, but 2D.
2D.5.
2.5D, maybe.
Isometric 2D is the right answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is 2.5D when it's
I think that's
a strict
more of
camera,
like
but the graphics
fields.
are made with
Yeah.
So let's run through the factors. So what's the type of co-op? Couch.
It
online,
is. Is there online?
There has to be. I don't know that for sure. We'll probably never actually be sure for most games we play, but
that's because we always do couch. Anyway, it's couch, and it's not split screen. It's one screen.
Right. And if you get to the edge of the screen...
We'll get to that. That's a factor.
Oh, that's right. We created a category just for this kind of thing. Shared loot or XP?
It's weird. Definitely shared XP. The loot is up in the air. I feel like there's some bugs and things they're still working on in this game. When we started playing it, they just came out with the... Actually, no, not when we first started playing it. The second time we came back, they had this big update. What was it called? It had
timeless update.
The timeless update. And basically that changed a lot of how the game operated, including taking away the time limit the game originally had. You had to beat the game within 4 days or start over. It took that away.
You know the running gag or whatever about all MMOs go free to play?
Yeah.
I feel all roguelikes get easier.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a testing period almost.
Right.
It's like, how much are people willing to deal with?
They all get an update that's like, okay, now there's no time limit. You get all these weapons and it's easier.
It should just be an option at the very beginning, you know?
Yeah, like
a difficulty
if you're
option.
making this game, does someone design their roguelike that they're making with the intention to later add this timeless update?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Does it come? But it seemed relatively quickly that they added all this. But I guess it's simple fixes.
I don't know. You know, sometimes, if the game's in beta, which it was not, I would say no, it wasn't planned. If a game is in beta, then I assume that's telling you every update from that point on is planned, whether that's true or not. That's what's weird about game development. And that's what's weird about the way we play games now, where it used to be, here's your game, it's on a disc, that's it. Now any game can be updated at any time. It doesn't...
Right.
Fortnite's a completely different game. You can't play the original Fortnite anymore. Not the way it used to be, I'm pretty sure. Or it's very hard to. No one does that, you know?
Well, yeah,
so it's
you can
interesting.
still play that PvE thing that I liked.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
it's just crazy because it's not what people consider Fortnite,
right,
you know?
Which is the thing I wanted.
So anyway, there is kind of shared... No, there's not shared loot. When you pick something up, your own character has it. That's it.
But we share all the food, don't we?
We can access the food from each other's inventory.
Food heals you.
Yeah. But I don't think we actually share the items.
Well, what are the items?
Like random upgrade items to upgrade your weapon and stickers. I don't know. Maybe we do share some of it, but we don't share the weapons.
We can both use the same stickers.
Yeah.
We have one sticker
we do
book
share,
that we can both use the same sticker of.
It's just, I guess the only...
Stickers are
upgrades.
Your gear, kind of. You have a head slot, body, foot, weapon, whatever, and you can put eventually multiple stickers on a slot. So if I'm wearing the pirate hat sticker, you can also wear that pirate hat sticker. I'm pretty
Right.
sure, right?
Yeah, you share all the loot except for weapons are weird. It just kind of depends on the character and I don't know. It's very strange.
Is there friendly fire? Can you
No.
hurt each other?
You can throw each other in pits
Yeah, you can
for
pick
sword
people up.
style, but other than that, I don't think you can hurt you can't like you can't hit each other with swords.
Separate mode or full?
It's the full mode.
Full thing. You just hit start and you're like,
Yeah.
hey, there's two of you.
Right.
They don't really reference it. It's just like, there you are, the sword of Ditto, this year's sword. Right?
Yeah, well, I think they kind of refer to you in plural, but maybe not. I don't know.
Doesn't
But it
matter.
definitely feels like the game was designed with co-op in mind, for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah. Interruptive actions.
Yes.
Yes, many.
Greg
Well,
really
not
did
many.
not like, and I didn't like either. And a big part of this was, so whenever we moved to another screen, the other person had to move with them. A big issue we had with that is almost like the hitbox, where you activated moving to the next screen is sort of vague.
Like if you go through
It's
a
not
door,
to the very end of the screen. It's like there's like a little bit of a field where you hit, and it feels like too early before, like you feel like you have more space, but you don't.
progression, things to unlock.
Yes, there are slightly things to unlock.
During your run, because
Right.
it's a roguelike, there's a lot. Stickers and
Weapons.
stickers.
No, weapons are the
items.
big thing. So you go to new dungeons that unlock a weapon that can then unlock the next dungeon. So you need a vinyl disc, which is
Like
like a
a-
boomerang item
Yeah.
to unlock the next dungeon. So you unlock that in the first dungeon.
And then on top of that, from playthrough to playthrough, you can unlock heroes. So
Right.
like
They're like little characters that have starting stats and like extra little boosts, and they have special. And that's also one in the new update they put in.
Oh,
That
that's
wasn't
amazing.
originally,
wow. But it's like I'm a rabbit with an eye patch
Yeah.
now, or I'm a dog.
which is definitely a good update to make.
Yeah, definitely because
It adds a lot.
I remember we played it roughly about the time it came out,
Yeah,
and
around
I
then.
really did not like it.
Hmm.
And then we went back to it because we're like, all right, we got to do an episode on it. Well, we don't have to, but
No,
we
but I
wanted
bought
to.
it. I was interested in playing more of it.
So I said, all right, we'll play some more. And when we came back, the update had hit. So
I mean, we didn't even realize
Yes.
for a while that the update took out the time limit. Like
there was a couple of things where it's kind of like I remember this being more annoying, and I just kind of didn't. My brain wasn't connecting the dots that the update made it easier. That
well, I
like,
knew there was an update, but I didn't understand what the update changed. I didn't understand the time limit was gone whatsoever. So we were rushing during that second run when we came back, and it was like, oh, there's no need to
right.
rush.
We did one attempt, failed naturally, roguelike, and then we came back again months later
Yeah.
to
Right.
do our second attempt, and we were playing as if we were still in our, like
You have
we were
4
playing.
days to do it in the original version.
Yeah, so the story is like there's a witch that will arise on the 5th day. You have to fight the witch. That's how the history of time works here in Ditto. And the first time we played, you had day and night cycles, and like you had to get there. Like there was a timer going. And so the second time we came back, we're rushing. All right, let's just do the boss. Let's do the boss. We're ready. This is the best we're gonna get. And then like we kind of put it together as we were playing the next time. Like, wait a minute, there's no timer.
Yeah. So it's a lot easier when you don't have to rush through it.
Yeah, and it's way less stressful, sort of. I'll explain my
Yeah.
difficulty of the co-op.
Not too difficult. Not too difficult as far as being co-op. Like we didn't really
Co-op-wise.
get in each other's way at any point.
Another interruptive action was the lifting each other up. At
that,
any
that
time I
didn't
could
happen
grab
that
you.
much.
It didn't really
wouldn't
happen
happen in
on-
fights.
Yeah, it didn't really happen on accident, but you could interrupt someone
Yes,
by
yeah.
doing it. And competitiveness of the co-op.
Nah, not really.
Right. I don't think
I don't think there's
scores.
anything leveling or scoring you at any point.
Right. Maybe what would cause issue would be when you die, when your run is over, and you start a new character, you can pay some Midna coins or whatever. What are they called?
They're not Midna coins.
What was the bad girl?
I
What
don't
was the witch-
remember.
the bad girl?
Morno. Her
Morno.
name is Morno, and they're not
Oh, they're
Morno
not
coins.
Morno
They're
coins.
coins of the whale god. Dude, this story, by the way, I have some fucking issues with.
We'll get there. But you would
So
use these
stupid.
coins to bring back your weapons you had. Like, if you had a really high upgraded sword, you could spend more of your coins to bring that back, and so you'd have less to bring back the smaller time stickers and stuff. And so I could see, and there sort of was a point of contention with us of like, you spent all that money, and now I don't get to bring my yo-yo. Because remember, but we didn't realize that's how it worked. we spent the money to bring a yo-yo, and then we started the game, and my yo-yo wasn't there. Do you remember this?
Yeah, that's why I was saying I didn't. The loot has a weird
Yeah.
sharing system. I didn't
Yeah.
understand who it was attached to the weapons when you respawned. It felt like it started all the way over,
Right.
and
'Cause I
player one
really-
got the better weapon.
Because I really remember specifically, like, we strategized, what are we going to take with us? You know,
Right.
like, all
But
right,
maybe that
let's
was a
get your
bug.
sword, let's get your shield, we'll get my hat, whatever the hell it was. And then it, like, didn't work.
Right.
And so I could see also someone just be like, I'm taking all the coins that go to my sword.
Right.
know, and it's
So
like,
I
what
think
the- you
only
just
one
left me?
person controls that.
Yeah. And lastly, strategy and tactics.
A bit.
A bit.
Slightly. Not really, because it's sort of random what the enemies are doing and who they're targeting. If anything, the strategy came into the very last dungeon, Morno's dungeon, because the rooms were very hard. And there was like annoying little things you had to do to get through them fast enough so you weren't dying before you got to the final boss.
And there's a bit of a strategy of like, do you want to go get this isn't the co-op strategy, this is just the game strategy, but do you want to go get the second tower or just go to the boss now? Or,
Right.
you know,
But
kinda-
but without the time limit, there's literally no reason not to do everything
Yeah,
you
you're
can
right.
do.
Yeah.
So that would be in the first version.
The first version, you definitely have to be, all right, what are we doing now? Let's go.
Right.
We got to move. All right, so let's talk about our experience playing. And I have one question I want to ask you right away. What made you pick this game? This is a game that I saw. I was aware of it, but it flew so far past me. Of it's just like,
Right.
There's that.
Yeah, I'm the one that bought the game for us. I really liked the art style. I thought it was very cutesy, and that appealed to me. I heard it was co-op, and someone mentioned Zelda. And most of the time when people mention it has something to do with Zelda, I'm thinking dungeon crawlers, and I love that kind of stuff. So I loved the idea of doing a co-op dungeon crawler because we hadn't really done something along that vein for a while. So yeah, that's
Okay.
why I picked it.
Yeah, because like,
And I heard it was like pretty simple,
mhm.
not too long of a game, so that was also interesting to me as well.
How long do you think the game could be? Because
I think what
it
do
could
you
just
mean?
go forever, right? Because we beat it, and
Yeah.
then it was like, now beat it again.
Right, you could play
So
forever.
I think you
I
just go
don't
forever.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what do you mean how long could the game be?
Like,
like how many hours of fun could you get out of it?
No, like, is there a, like,
Will it ever stop you? No.
yeah, so
No, it
like,
won't
I
stop
think
you.
that's a bummer. Like, so you said
Isn't
it's a
that how
short,
roguelites
concise
are?
game.
Oh, it
I don't
is because you
know.
can get to I can beat Morno, and I felt like I beat the game.
I didn't because it immediately, so maybe that's a design thing of, if I were to beat FTL, I would feel accomplished and probably never play FTL again. I have not beaten FTL. But like we beat this, and then I think it's so quick to like you wake up again and you go to the thing again, you get the thing again, and you're starting over again. And it's like we beat it though. Like I don't.
You needed some rolling credits, I think.
Yeah, like give me a second to relish in victory. We beat
me
the
a
game. The
moment.
whole thing is like, for 100 years the town waits until the witch rises, and you must stop the witch. And then you stop the witch, and it's been 100 fucking years, and then we just go. Now we stop the witch that took 100 years, and now we have to stop the witch that took 100. Like what?
Basically, there's an ending, and then there's a true ending, and to get the true ending, you have to
Oh,
beat the
there's a-
game like 6 more times.
Okay, so there is a finite.
There
Not
is,
finite, but there is
you can
a-
keep going. There's a post game to the game. That's what they call the post game. So that's why I'm saying it was short in that the first game part we beat.
So you
But
can-
there's a post game where you beat it like 6 more times in the same exact way. And it gives you like another cutscene, like a final cutscene. And I watched it, and it's totally not worth it. And
What
the big thing was like, you're the evil all along.
we were. the
Yeah,
player.
we were the evil.
Wow.
We were fate.
Damn.
Dude, it's stupid. The story felt like they really did not.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Okay, I should be more careful about how I talk about this stuff. Sometimes I feel like I'm too critical without thinking about like critiquing it properly. But
But
the story didn't grab me. The end didn't give me a big enough like
That's what I mean.
satisfaction.
Yeah.
Right.
There was no brouhaha for us doing the thing we just spent hours doing. Like if we're gonna just analyze the writing, these two people, or is it two? Is probably the most that can play.
Yeah, and then your dung beetle friend.
Yeah. So
Why is it a dung beetle?
I don't know. That's fine to me. Why is it a witch?
I'm just saying, like,
There's a cat with
why?
an eye patch that you can be.
Sure, but it's just it doesn't have a
Maybe
lot
because
of
it
significance
represents
or
the shit
interest.
that it actually is. Because isn't that the
Damn.
bad, right? That's the. I don't. Regardless, looking at it as a whole, like I was saying, 100 years of build up towards this fight that takes 5 days of preparation, and you get to the fight and you finish the fight, and then you start the fight again and you do the fight. Like, writing wise, where's the like, we did it! Like, now the world is free. Explore for at least 5 minutes of just like fun. Like, have some, like, kick a soccer ball. Like,
Right.
where's
No, I
the.
know what you mean.
So then you tell me we're the bad guys all along. It didn't feel like that.
No.
Like, we weren't doing something where it was like, ooh, you could, like, I'm trying to think back to the story, in quotes. It's really just you adventuring through this map. When did we do anything that was evil? We were trying to stop a witch.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to remember like the
We
YouTube cutscene I watched. It made no sense.
we
It
like
legit made no sense.
spent our money in the local stores. We
We were
slayed
supporting the mom
we
and
slayed
pops.
zombies and fire spitting roaches, and like we killed
Like,
things that would hurt people.
From what I'm trying to understand, it was kind of meta in the explanation of us being fate, us playing the game in general was the reason that we were restarting the cycle, therefore, making the town be destroyed over and over again. I don't know. I'm probably wrong. There's a YouTube scene that I watched and I was just like, this is so not worth playing the game 6 more times cuz
Not
just
at all.
that first just beating it in general was hard.
Yeah.
It was frustrating. And a big reason is there's like annoying bugs in this game sometimes. There was a big bug we had when we're fighting in a room in one of the dungeons. And by the way, the dungeons are my favorite part of the game. I think they're actually really fun. I enjoyed the puzzles and that kind of stuff. But we were in intense combat with bosses. One of us would try to eat something, and then I would freeze multiple times. My character itself would freeze.
I remember that.
Or we couldn't eat it fast enough, and you would die. Remember that happened to you?
I remember. I don't remember the dying one, but I believe it. But
that happened
I remember
to you. It
in a
made you
boss
really
fight.
mad.
In a boss fight, I went to eat a cookie, and then she, who was the damage dealer and is much better, like, I'm not very, like, playing this game frustrated me, like the act of the swinging the sword and trying to hit these enemies. So, like, she was better at this game than me. So she's the one who needs to stay the fuck alive and swinging her sword. So I try to eat a cookie, and now she's frozen. She's just frozen solid. Like,
Yeah, it's like
great,
a weird
now
glitch.
it's up to me. And I'm not good at this. So, great, we just wait. And if you die, I'll say, the penalty for dying is
It's not enough of it's too great.
You spend too much time. I was trying to compare to other roguelikes. You spend way too much time to die and lose it all, and it isn't fun spending the time again. FTL, you spend a very long time, but when you die, like, you had fun, at least in my this is all me. You had fun doing the stuff leading up to dying. In this, I really wasn't enjoying, like, the combat's not fun for me. It's 2D swinging your sword, like hack and slash, but I can't aim the damn thing. And like, I really like to use the yo-yo or the arrows and like ranged combat. Remind me to talk about the yo-yo for a second too. But anyways, it's too much not funness of a too long of a time, and then you die and it's over. And then like Spelunky,
Spelunky, by the way, is 2D.
yes,
So you
Spelunky's.
do like some 2D games.
Oh, I don't not like, if it's 2D, I don't not I don't
know. I
hate
was
it.
just trying to compare it to another 2D game as far as like
But in
your
Spelunky,
interest.
you die very quickly. Like, your runs are like, all right, new run, new run, new run, new run. Not Super Meat Boy level, but it's quick. And this is like,
Too long.
when we died.
Yeah, it feels like you're starting over from. I mean, you do get to carry some things over, but it's still such a big start over that it feels like, ugh, not again. Like,
And it wasn't fun for me,
Yeah.
especially.
It was more fun for me, definitely. But yeah.
But the yo-yo. So this correlates to the combat I don't like, plus the glitches. That's it. But there was a glitch that for about 25 minutes, I was able to. So the way the yo-yo works is you press attack with the yo-yo, depending on the button. I think you press. Is it always triangle? Doesn't matter. You press attack. The yo-yo shoots out in the direction that you're holding or holding with the stick. The yo-yo goes straight out and then comes straight back. And if it hits enemies along the way, it'll, like, you can hold triangle to hold it out there longer. So you can, like, right? Like, from ranged. And then it comes back to you. While the yo-yo is out, you cannot move.
Mm-hmm.
Then we played the game for about 3 or 4 hours. We got the yo-yo. I liked using the yo-yo. Then all of a sudden, I'm like, holy shit, you've been able to move the whole time. That's game changer. So I'm throwing my yo-yo left and I'm dodging right and I'm throwing it upwards and I'm doing a backflip and I'm moving around and I'm just keeping it. I'm keeping my body out of harm's way. I'm finally not getting damaged all the time. I'm hitting multiple enemies at once. Dude, I look so fucking cool. And then it just stops working. It just doesn't do that anymore. So for like 25 minutes, the game was fun.
It was
Like,
easier for him.
It was fun. I liked to control the yo-yo, and I thought, oh, I just hadn't tried to move the stick for some reason, right? That's why I didn't know that you could do this. And then it just stopped working. So there was a glitch that made like it wasn't even like a usually a glitch is like a weird error.
I mean,
like
it was a bad thing though because it disappointed you so badly.
Yeah, it was bad in the sense that like, come on, like this was so. That it's funny to me that that's what fixed my like a major issue I was having. Like
right.
I didn't like how I don't like swinging the sword because you have to get too close and I get hit too easily. So I like range and I liked the yo-yo because I like the distance. I liked being able to hold it out. But then being able to move made that so fun, and then it just went away. And like, man, like what?
Yeah, the combat wasn't the best. I thought it was okay, but I liked the fact that the weapons were like toys, like toy arrow, the yo-yo, a vinyl. That was funny and cute, but
Those weapons are probably the best. The like equipment weapons or
yeah.
whatever. There's a golf club that you
Oh,
actually
remember
hit
my
a golf
giant
ball.
foot? That was fun too.
And you end up with this monster foot that
Yeah,
stomps the ground.
right. You one of your items is a monster foot that comes out of nowhere and just stomps on a circle of enemies and stuns them.
And
That was
stuns
a
them
good
all.
that was a good combo for us.
Yeah.
So the weapons were really fun to use.
There was the record. The record's like a frisbee or boomerang, like you said. And there would be puzzles in the dungeons where there was like a slot you had to throw it in, and it would go in this slot, and then it would like teleport or kind of like think like a
Yeah, it
portal.
would come through.
It would go through the slot to another slot, and so there was puzzles about like lighting your record on fire, throwing it through the slot to light the next torch on fire to open the door. Like
And the golf club was fun too.
the
Yeah.
golf club was cool.
So those were
there was
fun.
another one, wasn't there? Golf club record. I thought there was another one. There probably is that we just didn't see even.
Yeah, I think it was randomized for which one would be in what dungeon. But anyway, yeah, I thought the dungeons were definitely the more fun part of this. But except Morno's dungeon, which sucks. It's just too hard, too many enemies. It was a lot.
I think the combat is like not tight at all. It's not refined at all, and that means you can't do those cool like dead Dark Souls type things of naked run, level 1, no weapon. If you're good at the game, you could be very impressive. And this,
Right.
I don't think you could do that. At
Yeah,
least
probably not.
it just does. The combat doesn't feel controllable enough to allow for that, which doesn't have to be a bad thing. It just kind of is for me.
Right.
It just
right.
means I can't get a grasp on this well enough to be able to put up with the difficulty that I'm having.
And a
I'm-
co-op game isn't as fun with whoever you're playing with if they're not having fun, by
Yeah.
the way. That also affects the co-op experience for me. If I'm having more fun and he's having less fun, then I'm going to be having less fun if he's like, this sucks. No, it's not his fault. Like, if he doesn't like the game, he doesn't like the game. It's not, it's not his problem. But, like, that affected, like, how I felt about the game, too.
We've run into that with Diablo, because I was skipping story. We've talked about it. Borderlands, although I didn't really like Borderlands pre-sequel either, but still, I don't think you would have been enjoying
But
even.
it bummed you out that I wasn't interested in playing it. But it's like, we're not always gonna like the same game.
Right.
And you have to know, when you're playing co-op games, you just have to know when to let that go. You're like, okay, we're not gonna play this game. One of us doesn't like it enough that it's not worth doing.
We decided like, all right, we're gonna give it 2 more tries to beat Morna or whatever.
Right.
Magnar?
And then we did. We beat the game. Morno.
Morno.
Yeah, I was like, okay, we're just gonna beat the game at the very least. I really want to try to beat it. So I think we did it in 5 runs, from what I remember. We did it on the 5th. A couple of those runs were like way short. So a pretty good amount of time. I thought we weren't like sucking super bad. We were doing all right. And then we beat her. And then, the end of the game came and we were just like, okay, we're done forever.
Yeah,
we're over.
We got further and further sort of every time. Like, I felt like...
Yeah, we were making progress every time. It's not
you know
like...
what? I disagree, actually. I think we got basically the same spot every time, almost. We always basically died on either one of the... Oh my god, here's another thing. The 2 bosses. The 2 boss types.
Yeah, okay, so like when I see a trailer of a boss, I would think in my brain, there's more than just that boss. But in this game, there's not.
You have to go in... Okay, so here's the loop of the game.
So in the game, you go to a toy dungeon, you get your toy,
Okay.
the toy unlocks an anchor dungeon,
Anchor
and then
dun-
one
that
of
was
the anchors, if there's 2 anchor dungeons, each time you beat one, it weakens Morno. So
like
there's no reason without a time limit not to just do both. So you go to a toy dungeon and anchor dungeon, repeat that, and then it's Morno. That's
2
it. That's
times,
the
right?
whole game. Yeah.
Toy anchor, toy anchor.
And the anchor dungeons have the same boss, and it's a giant snail.
Mm-hmm.
And the toy dungeons have the same boss, and it's 2 clones of you, guys.
It's your former.
Yeah, sure.
I think it's your former.
Essentially, it's your clone.
Dittos,
Yes,
yeah.
that the story-wise, it
swords.
is the former sword that died before.
And then the final boss is Morgana
Morno.
and more clones of you.
Yeah,
Right?
more clones, and then also her, which isn't very
Which-
special.
Wow.
I was disappointed that there was 2 snails. I was like, can't the other anchor at least be a different fucking like colored snail?
Or yeah, like an ice
blue
snail.
one? Yeah, a blue snail to the red
Yeah.
snail.
Yeah, that's
That was
like,
disappointing.
That feels lazy. I don't making games is hard. I'm not saying this game is like lazy and unpolished, but it's just not where I would
Right.
think
It was
could
disappointing
be.
for me.
Yeah.
As someone who likes dungeon crawlers, who plays a lot of them, who plays a lot of Zelda-like games, when you go to a different dungeon, you expect a different boss.
yeah, how
That's
many-
not that shocking.
How many dungeons does Zelda have?
Yeah, like 16 some
Yeah.
of these, and they all have extremely different. I mean, that's just a basic expectation. So of course a gamer's gonna go into that going like, really, like again the snail. I mean, whatever.
It's
That's
not-
just the problem I had personally. I
Right.
like a variety. If I have to go through dungeons, like it's a reward to see what kind of weird thing the boss is gonna be.
So a weird thing that made me not like it that other people may be able to look past is the gear, the stickers we spoke about. They don't change your look at all. I like the reward of new helmet, new sticker.
Oh yeah,
new-
for sure.
I mean, the stickers aren't necessarily helmets. Well, they sort of are. There's like the wrestling belt.
Yeah, some of them are like clearly armor and the others are like a solar panel which
Yeah.
adds to your charging. So I don't know,
It-
but there could have been, I mean, I that's why I'm glad they added the little characters at the beginning, the badges you can choose from, because that does have a different costume change, but you can't control your armor look at all, obviously.
Especially because pre-update was,
Just
you're
like
boy.
a normal dude. Yeah,
I'm boy.
I'm boy with blonde hair and you're boy with blonde hair, and then
That's it.
I'm girl with brown hair.
Yeah.
So yeah, that helped because you could unlock them throughout the game.
But like when I see wrestling belt, I think maybe I'll get to see a championship title
That would be
around my
nice.
waist. But instead, I just put a sticker on.
It would help in a game like this for
That
sure.
would have helped a lot. If I knew I could possibly, maybe, because it's randomly generated, find a glowing shield of death, but instead,
Right.
like, no, you.
There
you
needs to
could-
be more loot in a game like this for
For me.
that long run. I think for me too.
Okay.
For in that long run, for it to feel like you are getting places. Otherwise, it feels like, okay, we have to go do this. It feels like a chore. You want there to be like little rewards like speckled throughout that make it fun.
And again, this next thing I'm going to say harkens back to I don't make games. I don't know how to make games. It's hard as hell. I get it. But it got laggy sometime. For being a 2D game, like, there was a lot of fire effects in one dungeon. I remember the record castle or whatever, like the toy dungeon for the record. Like, when there was too much fire, like,
I
it
don't
would lag.
remember this.
And, oh man, going room to room, it does the thing where you you pause at the door and then everything slides.
Yeah.
And then you walk through the door. Like, you're physically stopped for a second. That was always a random amount of time based on probably
The
how
loading.
much thinking the game has to be doing. And sometimes it would be like 3 seconds or 5. Like, sometimes you'd get to the door and you're expecting it to be like, door, whoosh, go. That's
Right.
kind of what we've been trained to kind of expect from that. And that's probably how it's supposed to work. But sometimes it'd be like, door, whoosh, go. Like,
Right.
it's like
Take
a
too long.
weird, like, it just throws off your rhythm.
Right.
And in a game where my rhythm's already horrible, like,
Yeah. Doesn't help.
yeah.
So what would you rate it?
2.22, no, 2.1, 2.159.
Okay. I wonder if I think that's your lowest score yet, probably.
Could be. I'm not keeping track.
There's
And it's all
another
relative.
game.
It is not compared to the others. It's all based on its own experience.
I would say mine was probably like a 2.4.
It just doesn't feel like it's a 1 point something for me
No,
because it wasn't
because
like
there was some fun parts. Like I said, the dungeons were fun, the toys were fun, there were fun things that I wanted to do. So it wasn't a 1, because otherwise I would have like
And you
hated
did you did say like I'd like to try to beat it, and I did say sure.
Right.
I have the
You could have
capability
said no.
to say no, but I didn't. So I clearly something was interested slightly.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. I
It's
mean, we
not.
tried it. It was worth trying, but not my favorite.
It's
I'm
not.
I'm always into trying new co-op indie games, so I'll always give those a shot,
It's not for me. Um,
and that's okay.
and that's okay.
Sometimes the game just isn't for you.
And for snacks, if we want to do stuff that's not for me, maybe orange juice with pulp,
We got this. Oh my god.
and maybe I don't know, cottage cheese. It's
We-
not bad.
We
It's
got
just-
this popcorn that's Chipotle caramel popcorn. It's actually really good. It's a
But it
journey.
tastes- when you eat it, I feel like it tastes like you're gonna be able to breathe fire. Not because it's hot and spicy. It just has a chemically, like kind of arsenic-y
I disagree.
taste to it, but it's good. Like it's a good thing.
It starts off with a caramel and then it gets into the Chipotle. It's very
It's
bizarre.
it's like a chemically caramel and a chemically Chipotle,
Okay,
and
you know,
that
it's all
makes it feel
chemicals,
like
man.
right. But that's what makes it feel like you're about to be like, and
It's
fire's
'cause
gonna
it's hot.
spew.
No, it is
It's not
hot.
heat. It's none of it is spicy heat.
Disagree.
It's all
It is
a weird,
spicy. He's wrong. Okay,
it's-
what's the name of the brand so people can go try it themselves?
It's literally like Big Daddy's or something. I don't
No,
know.
it's not Big Daddy.
Oleo goes.
Yeah, it's a green bag. Go to your store and look for caramel Chipotle popcorn in a green bag. Go ahead.
Big
Well, wait.
Andes.
It's something like that. I can't
get it.
remember.
Let's go get it.
All right, just go look real quick. Oogies. It's Oogies.
I was right. Didn't I say like oogums?
No, you said big something.
I said
Actually, maybe something
Oleogis.
close to that. You said like yeah. It's Oogies Snacks Caramel Chipotle Gourmet Popcorn. So go get it and try it out. It's pretty good.
Give it a try.
Yeah.
It's, you're probably not gonna like it.
You're probably gonna like it. It's a journey. I gave it to people at school and they liked it. So
Really?
yeah,
I feel like it grows
I gave
on
it to
me.
two different
it grows
people.
on you.
Yeah, you ate a whole bunch. So
Right,
someone who
'cause
doesn't
it grew
like
on
it.
me. I do like it.
Okay.
I'm saying it first though. It's weird. Anyways, no news today. Let's do armchair co-op game design. This is Armchair Co-op Game Design, where we have a mug full of game titles that do not have co-op modes in them, or maybe they have like a bad one. And we just kind of think up different ways to make it. And we try to do a little bit more than just like make it two-player. Like two of you are shooting.
Well, it should be two players co-op.
But I mean,
I
instead
know
of
what you
just
mean.
like,
The obvious
you just
answer.
put a second person in there.
I was
Yeah,
like,
well.
okay, so what we got?
You didn't do the ASMR. You have to tap on the
Okay.
and you have to ASMR that you're opening it. She's jumping the gun.
Okay. So what we got today is.
Don't now it's too. I already admitted to you.
Fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I already admitted to the people that you cheated.
Last of Us.
Last of Us. So let's see.
I was thinking not Ellie and Joel, but what if someone is all the zombies, sort of like Left 4 Dead style.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's the zombies because getting to be all the different zombies would be fun.
You can be zombies in Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, there's a mode where you can be the witch, be the boomer, be the.
Whoa.
Yeah, you didn't know about that? That's a big mode.
How about you're zombies trying to break into the compounds and towns, like
Right, it's like a mode where you
you can-
have teams, sort of like Left 4 Dead, human team and zombie team.
well, like but you two, the two of you control a hordes of zombies, but you are zombies yourselves, and you march them through New Boston and stuff to these compounds that humans have built.
It could also be like a tactical RPG.
That's what I'm thinking. Like
Yeah.
so a little bit more like, all right, we need to group up. Here's the overview from the top of like here's their city, here's the walls, here's some weak points we sent scouts to find.
I feel like that's got to be a game, a zombie tactical RPG with like
I don't
hordes
know.
and types of zombies and stuff. I was thinking like Plants vs Zombies. That definitely doesn't count because you're defending from the Hey, that's a good ass game, by the way. I want to do a podcast on that game.
The shooter?
Plants vs Zombies.
Garden
no,
Warfare?
not the shooter. Gross. The fucking original Plants vs
Not
Zombies.
gross. You can get a Cheetos costume and it's amazing.
All right, listen. The original is all I care about.
Is that co-op?
Yes,
What?
it's really fun.
How?
It's you both place things on the field.
Oh, I'll
It's
play that.
actually really fun. We should play it.
Um,
I think you'd like it. I got addicted to it. So anyway, Last of Us.
But actually, I kind of like how has nobody made like a zombie, like an RTS only?
Right, with zombies.
You're like the zombie leader. Someone has to exist.
Right, you'd think so, right? It feels like obvious to do because there's types of zombies and.
I mean, like Zergs in
but I mean
StarCraft
like
are kinda
zombie
zombies.
aesthetic.
Right.
You know.
And like I would like it slightly more slowed down, especially because zombies. Like I don't really like running zombies. Mm-hmm. So like a slower pace to it. Like maybe you plan out your attack and then watch what happens.
Oh,
type
so
thing.
like StarCraft style.
Nope, that's not
I
StarCraft.
don't know how
StarCraft is
StarCraft
real-time
works.
strategy.
I thought that was real-time strategy. You were just saying watch
Nope,
it
I'm
happen.
saying like StarCraft, you have to like micro your units. Like StarCraft's intense. I tried to learn competitive StarCraft and I got decent, but that is the fastest game played that you can ever.
Right.
They're doing like their actions per minute. I forgot what the numbers are, but it's ridiculous. Like to keep up your like flow in StarCraft, you hit random buttons that don't do anything just to keep your flow of pressing buttons going.
This all sounds way too stressful for me.
I know. That's why I stopped playing.
So yeah, zombie RTS. That's how I would do it.
Yeah,
Last of Us co-op.
Zombie RPG TS role playing game tactics. Because RTS real time strategy to me implies the fast
I mean
paced.
tactical game. I mean Fire Emblem.
So turn based.
Turn-based tactical game.
So the opposite of RTS.
I'm
So
mad at you.
turn based.
I don't know what they're called,
No.
man. I don't.
I was restarting the conversation.
What's the acronym for turn-based what's the acronym for a Fire Emblem game? Tell me right now, go.
It's a turn-based strategy game.
Not an acronym.
That's not an acronym because it's just a turn-based strategy game.
Fucked up. It needs an acronym because I'm sick of saying the wrong.
TBSG, but that's not a thing anyone says.
TBSG. Well, we'll start it here.
Anyways.
TBSG game.
That's fine. It can be called that. But are you really picturing it turn-based though? Like take your turn.
Yes.
See, I'm picturing more like
I'm picturing.
you send out some scouts, and then
Okay. And then you bring in
and
the
then you
hordes.
learn, and then you say like, okay, so you guys are gonna attack here, because if you're controlling a group of people, like you don't actually get to control the group of people. You just you ask them nicely to do this thing.
What are you talking about? No, if you're a zombie, man, there are zombie hordes controlled by the zombie brood mother. Okay, so there's hordes of
See,
zombies.
I'm picturing more like Zombie King now.
No,
Zombie King
zombie
sits on his
brood-
throne,
No,
and
zombie
Zombie King
brood
says,
mother.
"Hey, 5,000 zombies, please attack from the left." And like they're gonna kind of stumble and stamble, and they'll hit like the left
No.
to the east-ish. Like
All
they
right.
won't get totally where you know what I mean.
We'll
I like,
develop different games, sell them, and see who
see who-
sells more.
you know what? We will do that.
All right. Well, I'm gonna call my game company Grace's Gregorius Gaming.
Yours can be either saves or together, because then
I was gonna make that joke, but I decided not to.
we
'cause it was
finally
bad.
come together as saves together and make the ultimate zombie
ultimate
RTPCT
TGPSTL game.
LBC
Game.
game.
Cool. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Well,
All right.
where can they find us?
Get to work.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
So you can find us at Twitter at Saves Together. We are on Instagram at Saves Together for all your gaming updates, game development, game playing, game loving. I mean, any
No
gaming
game
update
development.
you can
There
and
are
then we're
developments
also
about our
on,
thoughts on games.
we're also on YouTube, and you can find that URL at our Twitter, and we're on SoundCloud at Saves Together. That's where we upload all our podcasts. But we're also on iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, I don't know, like all those aggregate podcasting sites.
And if you use one and you can't find us, let us know, because we'll try to get on it.
Yes, I've tried to apply to like every literal relevant one that's ever been a thing.
But don't say Spotify. They don't let you on.
I wasn't gonna.
I mean,
We talked about it
The
before.
people.
Yeah, Spotify, they don't let us on. They're very exclusionary. Is that
which
the
I
word?
understand.
Yeah,
That
they're
makes
special.
sense.
You pay for that service, right?
Do you really?
You can pay for no ads.
You can pay for iTunes, can't you?
Apparently, there's a Spotify deal that gives you Hulu and Showtime for $5
now, who
a
was
month.
it that said that? Because it was someone not.
I saw an ad for it online
Hmm.
recently, and I said, "Wow, it's true.
Because I heard that and I was like, that sounds like
It's
not
true." And maybe it's just for students, but I don't know.
That's what it was. Who was it that told us this?
I don't
It was
remember.
a student, and I was like, well, you're a student.
I
That's fine.
don't know. Anyway, so go do all that. Go like, comment, subscribe. Give us some love. We love love. We love you. We love each other. We love games. Okay? I'm making a heart sign with my hands.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
See you later.